Ba-da-da, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Sup Shredders! Can you see me? I don't know if I can see you, I don't know if you can see me, but welcome anyways. Welcome to this SP fan requests. You'll like that well, you may like that I have simplified the image on the screen there. It just has the live streams up the top, and then it has fan requests down the bottom. Oh my goodness, people are going real quick with these requests. Yeah, let's get these on there. Hi everybody, welcome to the live stream. There's a lot of you guys there, and wow, thank you to everyone for like being patient and not just putting in requests before I went live. Got one. Let's just keep going. I'm putting it on the screen so that everyone can see this, you know? Hoping that I haven't missed any. So we've got that, that's that, and that. I'm going slowly because I'm going carefully, okay? This is just giving you an idea of how quickly this list fills up, right? How quickly it fills up. Because it does fill up real quick now. There's a lot of people recommending stuff at the moment. A lot of regulars. And that's fine. That's cool. But I just want to make sure that everyone sees that I'm adding their stuff in order. Yeah, sup, don't mind me. We should get through a lot of these today. I'm not going to mess around too much today. I'll chat to you guys, and if anyone says anything interesting, I'll obviously suggest it. But yeah, wow, we're still going. We are still going. I think I'm starting to catch up a little bit. Paul, here we go. Anything else? Zhao, cool. Sup everyone. And H.I.M plus. Right, let's go. Faye, Wong. Wow. We are wow. Okay. We're that's awesome though. I mean, that's what we want, right? We want people to come in and suggest their awesome music. And I think that if we just have this system here, you know, where people like, wow, I can't keep up. Here we go. Faye, Wong. And CY, thank you. Then we got Daniel Lee. Wow. Okay, so I've got a lot to get through, so we're not gonna mess around. We're gonna get right into the first one here. Thank you to everyone for coming to the SP Livestreams fan request. Oh, we've still got more coming in. Oh, what? We've still got more coming in. Oh my goodness, we've still got more coming in. I gotta add these, eh? I gotta add these. This is just like, this is like note-making simulator right now. This is crazy, dude. But I want to make sure everyone gets a fair shot, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think we have enough songs now to be able to get through, the suggestions today. Or at least to fill up a fan request live stream. But yeah, let's get started. What was the first one? Where did that go? Here. We're starting with J Chou today. We reached 400 subs today, so that's pretty special. We got Cindy as well here. I'm gonna I'm gonna add more as we go along, okay? But I've got to get started with J Chou. Thank you to everyone for their requests. What do you got? J Chou. That looks like it. Is that it? Is that it? Have I got that right? Hey, there we go. No? Is it this one? I mean, I'm guessing this is probably it. It's saying that's what it is. So if this is what it is, I'm gonna go with this, okay? Cool. Let's go. Let's start. First track. Thank you very much.
Of course.
It's nice to have a J.Chou with Kobe Bryant. That's kind of wild. I didn't know that they did collaborations like that. The production's nice and slick though, especially for 2011. It's great. Oh, was Kobe the one that died? Was Kobe Bryant, did he die? Rest in peace if that's the case, I'm not sure, but I am sorry to hear that if that is the case. I'm really sorry to hear that Kobe passed away.
So you want to play ball or sing first?
I love the electronic synthy vibes we've got with this. The flow is slick from J.Chou. I think he's handling it really well, and I love the personality of Kobe involved in it. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Thanks for letting me know about that. The production game is pretty strong in this, you know. I appreciate the you know, the dynamic range involved in this, the perceived loudness differences with these sort of highly pan synthy bits here. It's gorgeous. I like this kind of side of J.Chou. I haven't heard him that often, and I want to hear his latest stuff, you know? I'm liking the drum fill there as well. I think it's a great transition into the next section. And I think J.Chou sounds like he's well within his element here. Really catchy melody on those synths as well. It's good to hear as a basketball fan. I wasn't aware of that, eh?
I'm not your man.
I like the fact that we've got this auto-tune here as well. J.Chou does auto-tune so well. It's one of the best uses of it. It doesn't sound cliched or cheesy or cheap. It's like he's using it to elevate the level of the experience that you're having with him. Really clever stuff. Okay, back into that chorus. Not sure if I'm vibing with that. I'm not really sure how much you could have really changed it without removing the catchiness of that hook motif.
You got spark.
Yeah, rest in peace, Kobe. But it was a great song. Again, I liked the moments we had with Kobe involved in it. And if J.Chou was a massive fan of basketball, then this would have been a dream come true for Jay. So, especially when you have like a celebrity like that involved, you can't be too wild with the instrumentation because you kind of have to make sure that Kobe is going to be okay with it too. But I think that the collaboration was solid, and I'm going to give that a like. I'm really happy with it. Thank you to Only Love Yo-Yo for the first request tonight. Great job. Thank you very much. The second track here is from Hot Milk. Got Good Love Vibes, FIR. I'm I'm assuming that it's probably this one. This is tricky, man. I'm not sure which of these it is. I've literally just put it into here. I'm assuming this is probably going to be it. Hot Milk, you can let me know if I've confused things. He's not bad, but he will pass to his opponent if it makes him look cool. That's cool. Oh, that's crazy that Jay had back problems. I'm sorry to hear that he struggled like that. But I think Jay ended up alright anyways, didn't he? Let's go. Track number 2. Yeah. Oh, hang on. No, this one. Okay. It's just kind of... Oh, this one. Is it this one? Stolen Love. Hot Milk. Cool. That one. Here we go. This one. Is that right? Hopefully this is fine. I think this is it. I'll make sure we've got it right before we go any further. Are we good? The second one? Cool. Good? Cool. Thank you. Aww. Sorry, it's hard for me to tell with the different symbols. Sometimes the bands obviously have their own sort of symbols, and then like the songs have symbols, but I appreciate the clarification there. Really lovely string harmonies we've got as an intro to this track. Oh, nice subtle lead melody on the right. Yeah, no, it's nice and catchy. The production sounds reasonably fresh, the vocals are memorable, and the repetition of it is nice and easy to sort of like digest. Oh, is this Faye? Like Faye Wong. Is that right? Oh, they're important for pushing the rock sound, especially with the female lead singer. Cool. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been wanting me to sort of do more Faye Wong, so... Cool. I'll remove that. Oh. Cool. I'm not familiar with like that's cool. So it's another Faye. That's awesome. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Because I know that Faye was like involved in other projects outside of her own stuff as well, as I understand it. I could be wrong. I could be just full of shit. Just ignore me, guys. It's fine. My bad. Thank you for helping me out to understand it though. Phase. Multiple phase. Cool. That was a really slick drum fill there. Again, I like the fact that we're allowing for a bit of space in there just to appreciate the choruses and the other vocal parts we've had. It's nice when the band isn't insecure about their music behind the story and they allow that to breathe. Yeah, so we're just reviewing to whatever songs people want to hear. It just ends up that we listen to a lot of stuff from that part of the world. She effortlessly goes up into that higher range there, and the coloration and texture of her vocals fits really well with those string harmonies. A little bit of tension there in that tail end. That's cool. That's fun. Again, it's nice to have that subtle lead guitar voicing while we have the backing vocals making the R sounds in this bit. I love the bell tree used there. Nice, JJ. That's cool, dude. Enjoy your new headset, man. Like, while I'm appreciating the track in general, I think it's a near flawless arrangement. I'm wondering what we're gonna do for this next minute. How are we gonna continue to, is it a vibe? Ah, thanks, Martin. I appreciate the clarification there. That's good to know. Oh, that's a slick melody there. Oh, cool. Thank you. It's good to know. I mean, like, the track's got like 19 million plays, so I assume it's somewhat popular, right? And especially if it was produced, like, and released before 2000. Oh, we got the gong at the end. What a way to... That's a really well written and well sequenced and staged track. I like how we allowed our gradual passage through the verses and choruses there. We had some instrumental breaks there. We allowed the different components of the mix to have their own moments. Yeah, it's a really well written song, and I can understand why people like it so much. Thank you for suggesting it. That was some Hot Milk. I'm glad that we found the right one. Thank you very much, Hot Milk, for that awesome suggestion there. We've got the next track from U02, I believe, if I'm not incorrect. We'll just think we've got one from FGO at the moment. Yeah, there we go. So I'll just update that. But yeah. Hopefully you're all having a great weekend so far. This is, of course, Sunday here in New Zealand, Sunday night. Hopefully the weather's nice and the music's good on your end. We're going to listen, yeah, through Kitri to New Me. What do we got? Ah, cool. And this is from U02. Let's get into it. Let's track number 3. Oh, okay. Alright. Is that a bass guitar there? It sounds like a bass guitar there. If that's the case, they're pretty phenomenal in regards to their technique. Nice up in that fretboard, dude. Oh. That production's pretty solid. Good layering there. Nice. Really smart move here. Really easy way to freshen up the palette from like a previous verse is to have those vocal R's coming in as more of a pad-like thing, and then come in with the second half of the verse. It's smart storytelling, smart composition there. Ooh. Spicy piano line, dude. There are two sisters. That's pretty fantastic, eh? It's good when you keep it in the family, you know? Sick. Cool suggestion. This kind of sounds like the kind of thing you'd recommend, Andres. Or Andres. Wow. That's a good effort. It would be fun to watch live, I agree. Oh, solo time! Great use of space. Ah, really? Saxophone. They are not hesitating. There is absolutely no holding back. They are just vocals. You know, piano solo, saxophone. There's no boring stuff. It's constantly interesting, right? Constantly interesting. I like it too, RC. It's a good song. Nice automation on that filter there. Dude, it's got that chord note groove to it. And her vocals are so laid back and so pretty. It's a really great combination of elements. I'm gonna give that a like as well, man. We're 3 for 3. Wasn't a massive fan of that transition there, cutting it halfway, but I understand why they did it. It's something I'm hearing more often nowadays, where people are hesitant to just, you know, copy and paste that last chorus twice. They'll have like a shorter first time of the chorus, and then the second half will have more kind of bulk at the end of it for the outro. It just was, it was, yeah, I don't know. I've loved everything else though. Cool. Great panning on those backing vocals there among the piano and that chord note groove on the drums. That is not to say though that there's not a minimalist thing going on with those drums. Those hi-hat, kind of a jazzy, funky kind of vibe, isn't it? Thanks, Oliver. I have added your choice to the list, my dude. It's all good. I would say it was Japanese by virtue of some of the words we have here. I could be wrong, though. Oh, classy. Nice reverb tail on there. Okay, that was fresh. I haven't heard of Kitri before, with their Kitrist too. But I would recommend, if you get the opportunity, to go and check it out. It seems like a really dope album. And thank you very much to U02 for that request. Great choice. Who have we got next? Yeah, I've got no complaints about New Me. It's just a well-written, well-designed track. We've had a few bangers on tonight, haven't we? This is your Marin's suggestion here. Star of the County Down by Celtas Cortos, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna listen through this track now here. Oh, that's pretty.
In Bomberston, in the county down, one morning lights your light. From a boring drink and a sweat calling, and she smiled, she passed me by.
I like the tone of the vocals in this. The recording quality is good, and the guitars are nice and fresh sounding. I'm wondering how they recorded them.
Looked so sweet from her to bare feet to the skin of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing elf, should I shock myself for to see I was really there. From Bantry Bay Bay up to the K, and from Galway to Dublin town. No, may they sing like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down.
Celtic, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I'm not familiar with what genre this is, and maybe you guys can help me. Like, I would hazard a guess at being Irish folk or something like that, with Celtic stuff going on here, as you know, Yusheng has put forward. I like how these melodies are in sync from the various sort of lead instruments here. We've got like a fiddle or something with the flute or something like that. Yeah, it does remind me of Sea Shanty's Jacob, I agree. Smile at me and he says he does the gem of the island's gone. Young Rossi McCann from the banks of the banks is the start of the countdown. From Bantry Bay up to there again. Nice nice way of ascending that with those harmonized vocals there. It's just that little bit of extra stuff we need to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more intense here for this midpoint. It is very sea shanty-ish, to be fair. After harvest first, you'll be surely then, and you'll dress in my Sunday clothes. With my shoes on bright and my hat got right for a smile from my nut brown rose. No pipe, I'll smoke, no horse, I'll jog till my blouse is a color brown. Till I smile and bright by my own fireside since the start of the countdown. From Bantry Bay up to there again, and from Galway to Dublin town. No, may they sing like the brown Colleen that I met in the countdown. From Bantry Bay up to there again, and from Galway to Dublin town. I'm struggling to understand the words though. I know they're trying their best with singing in English and they're doing a fantastic job. I just feel like I'm missing some of the most important parts. It's K Oliver, I've added you, dude. You're all good. But you gotta wait, there's a queue of other songs, okay? They met in the county down. Oh, nice common response between these flute parts and the bass guitar. Is there a distorted guitar in it as well? What don't they have involved in this arrangement? I mean, like, I think they are a Spanish band. It says Warner Music Spain. Given Lucha de Gigantes and Malditos Vecinos and Todo Cambia, yeah, it's definitely Spanish, I think. But they're trying to sing English, I think, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. Oh, and we just finished like that. From like an instrumental perspective, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was lovely and engaging and charismatic throughout, and I really appreciate what they were trying to perform here. And despite the fact that I couldn't understand all the words clearly, I still think they did a tremendous job of singing in English, and again, the vocalist was full of energy and matched the vigor of the other accelerated sort of melodic parts, and it was just a nice, warm performance to enjoy. It was kind of wholesome, you know? Very wholesome. But great job. Thank you very much to Yusheng for that choice. Cheers for your request. What have we got next? By Sham G, we've got J Chou here. J Chou. Again, we've got, what have we got? I believe it's this one. Cool. J Chou. Suggested by Sham G. Oh, we're getting into our intense stuff now, eh? Yeah, I mean, like, it's definitely a new thing, and I like it when people bring in different types of music into these fan requests. Please, feel free to bring in lots of fun new tunes that you enjoy. Even if you might not think we'll enjoy it, you'll never know, you know? This is almost a very cinematic kind of intro for J. Chou's work, isn't it? What's going on in this album art, dude? Why is it so, like... Oh, it's kind of gorgeous, isn't it, actually? Okay. Thank you, Shamji, I appreciate that. I like the balance they've got between the guitars and the synth parts, as well as the bass and the drums there. I don't think they needed to go heavier with the mixing of those guitar parts. I think that it sounded fresh as that kind of industrial electric rock vibe. Okay. Thank you, Max. Yeah, I like the coloration and the beautiful harmonies you have here alongside those distorted guitars. I think it's a nice balance of his rock and metal stuff that we heard throughout, like, the fourth album, for example, and some of the 1 to 3. I like that he's leaning into this. I think this is a good compromise between his pop R&B stuff with his kind of clean vocals and the rapping stuff, and yeah, it's cool. Thank you. See, this is the kind of stuff I love. Jay is going to these sort of Middle Eastern, sort of Arabic elemental kind of instruments you've got here, and excuse my ignorance, but I just feel like this is J. Chou's best kind of angle. I like it when you don't have the same instruments repeated for the entire song. He's bringing in this kind of Dragon Rider theme. And when you bring in different instruments to parts of the world, you're transported to those lands, you know, as you hear it. I want J. Chou to do more stuff like this, and it makes me sad when yeah. But I appreciate hearing it nonetheless, you know? Because, like, J. Chou as an artist has been developing throughout these albums. We've listened to stuff between, like, his very earliest album and right up until, like, you know, what was that one that he did? The brand new one. Mojito or something. He's done a wide variety of different sort of genres. And more often than not, he gets it right. Again, like, while I'd appreciate a little bit more of a build-up between those chorus sections, I understand we wanted to keep a sense of smoothness about it, maybe to sort of even out the harsher tonalities with those distorted instruments. Yeah, Mojito was a pretty dope song, I'll be honest. Yeah, the production is pretty much flawless in this one as far as I'm concerned, Nice bass resonance there. I enjoy that. Because there's all these different ingredients within this mix, you're never really sure where you're gonna go next, and that's what a part of what I think keeps this track intriguing. I just really hope that Jay sticks at this throughout this album. Because it would be a shame if he decided to go for some less explorative stuff immediately afterwards. But I suppose, you know, again, you know. Oh. Okay. Oh, cool. Having those octave chords afterwards are kind of dope. It sounds glorious. I love the fact that we're not just relying on those low tuned chords there. Yeah, it's totally comfortable with those synth and rock elements. Yeah, RC, I agree with that. I think that Chou should do something big like that, a bigger scope. Really, I do like the song a lot. Chinese cowboy country song in 2008. He's pretty out there. Yeah, I'm glad. I again, like, when we get to 10K subscribers, I'm probably gonna do a big video where I literally listen through every single track of his studio albums. I'm probably gonna do that. And I'm really hoping that at least like a quarter of the tracks are as experimental as this, because while I appreciate his popular stuff and I appreciate why it's popular, it's going to make listening to through every single one of his studio albums a whole lot more palatable if there's sort of thematic and stylistic range, you know? But we'll get there when we get there, okay? Thank you, Dino. Cindy, just to address that, I'm not doing music videos at the moment because when I do music videos, YouTube realizes that I'm watching a music video, and it what YouTube then does is if it sees that I'm live streaming a video, it will shut the live stream down, like it will not allow anybody to see it. And we've tried to live stream YouTube videos before, but what happens is that it just gets stopped. And then we have to wait a couple of minutes, and then we can continue with another song. And it sucks, because it just ruins the flow of the live stream if we constantly get shut, or even a few times in like a 1.5 hour live stream. If we're getting blocked by YouTube, it just kind of ruins the flow of it, you know? But I'll add that to the list. But it's a fair point. I'd love to be able to watch the YouTube videos, and maybe if we like went via Discord, but I wouldn't be able to put it on YouTube because it would be on Discord, you know? Yeah. Maybe it's something we can have as a Patreon perk or something like that. Thank you. Thank you, RC, I appreciate that. I'll just add these next ones, and then we'll continue. Good. Cool. That was by Shamji. Thank you very much for that request. It was awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, apparently Jay got... So that'll be a fun little part of the live stream, I suppose. Or like the journey I'll go on is hearing Chou's vocals go through their changes. But hey, it's alright. We've got the Alex Henry Foster, the radio edit by, you know, here we go, and their request is by Andreas L, so awesome. Let's go. Thank you, Andreas, for this request.
A gun has been fired. Echoes from the mountain can lie.
Cool choice.
The hunters have been tracking your praise from early morning. The cinders falling down.
Just before we continue, I love the production with the bass, the guitars, and the drums, and it's nice to have this narration going on top in the center.
Time suddenly seems too numb to care.
It's very different as per usual.
The hunter's coming. The hunter's coming down. The hunters. And I close my eyes. And I'm thinking about you.
That vocal fry is magnificent. How is he able to get that kind of vocal fry without eviscerating his vocal cords?
Oh, don't wait for me. Be back
nice occasional industrial vibes in a sense. Oh, that drum solo. Rock ain't dead. Anybody says rock is dead to you, rock ain't dead. It's just people parroting kind of garbage. I listen to new bands every day that make imaginative rock music. It's not dead. It's just harder to find new stuff. And even then you can just find playlists and search for it. It's not dead. Absolutely right. Never dead. There's a lovely dynamic range to this recording. Things come in and outwards. They approach your ears and then walk themselves backwards. You've got bits of synths coming in on the left or the right. Kind of really interesting, kind of modulated guitar lines. Is so much to appreciate. This is a phenomenal request, Andres. It's so cool, dude. So dope, man. And these drums, dude. Are they kettle drums? There's just force, dude. It's brute force. Andres, like, how do you find this music? How do you find it? Because whenever we hear your requests, and I appreciate people's requests in general, but I don't really hear stuff like you bring forward a lot of the time. How do you find these bands? How? Because, like, I never knew that Alex Henry Foster existed, but, like, I would listen to him, like, a lot. And look at all the material we have there, you know? Look at all this. And you're Marin, who still remember the TV series Pandaman. What? Jay Chou was a TV actor? What didn't Jay Chou do? Phenomenal effort there. Don't wait for me, the hunter is coming. So it sounds like there's danger, but like Alex is also saying, I'm thinking of you, but we need to be apart for a while. You know, I may not be back because of this. And it's just, I'm sure it's a metaphor for something, or it could be literal. But either way, sensational piece of music. It almost tempts me to go check out the 14-minute or the 21-minute version, but we get the 5-minute rule. But Andres, excellent work, excellent work there. It's beautiful. What a song, dude. Great choice. The next track is from JJ. We got 11. This one here. It's with Hooliga. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm assuming this is potentially the one here. Again, very different. I like the range in styles and genres that we have within these tracks. This is exactly what I talked about. Last night I was complaining and bitching about the dynamic range with the Mayday recording, like the 2020 track they had. You can tell that this has been produced professionally and it's mastered well, but there's also a slight difference between the quieter parts and then that build there with the drums and the fill and everything. It's good. You can still pull it off in this day and age. And still have it be presentable and professional, you know? It's awesome, man. Well done, JJ. Great track. Again, that elevation there with that harmonized vocal up top, I don't know whether that was like him organically or whether he had a harmonizer or like an effects chain on that, but it was just a great way of tying that loose end up. Oh, he raps as well, dude. Or is this another person? Oh, let's make sure we haven't missed it. We've got you sorted, dude. We got that request in there. It's all good. Vocals on point. Thank you. I appreciate it being clarified. Hooliger. We got fantastic clean vocals, sensational rapping. What more could you want, right?
Baby, I would die for you.
Yeah. I think what makes that slap so much is how the bass comes in with the drums there and how you have that airiness beforehand. It's a really simple way of making the next section seem bigger. They pull it off so effortlessly here. Thank you. Appreciate that, JJ. Young captain. I like when we have the melodic rapping and arrangements and compositions which are incredibly colorful. I think it's such a shame when people just do the more percussive style of rapping where they don't. It's more sort of you know what I mean? I like when we ascend with everything else in the mix. That drum tone is just so gorgeous, dude. Ooh. Just bringing it down like that. You can tell it was recorded with an acoustic drum kit because of the hi-hat clatter that we had on the left side then when we finished. This is probably the strongest track that we've had tonight. I am legitimately impressed with this. And we just listened to a unbelievably cool track with that Hunter track that we had before, but wow, this is like, it's just, they found a way to get that intensity and that kind of music with that acoustic drum kit with those specific pads they had on the side. It's just, and the beautiful dreamy synth leads intersecting the vocal parts, and it's a simple 4-chord progression, but it's just handled so well. It gets me emotional. It makes me want to cry with how beautiful it is. And that little guitar solo we had near the end there as well was something I expected. I have no complaints about this. This is my favorite track that we've had tonight, 11 with Hooliger. JJ, that's a good song. That's a good song. Thank you very much for that. We got Martin Wang next though. What has Martin got for us today? Oh, we got Wang Feng. Excellent. Let's go. Let's do this. Wang Feng. From Martin Wang. Oh. It's nice to just have that slow intro there with that rise there on the volume, and then you just have these drums and guitars perfectly in sync. Oh. You're never too young for good music, JJ. Let's swing, dude. Oh, dude, it's catchy as hell, man. I dig it. Great choice, Martin. Great choice. Okay, we'll do it if we have time. I mean, like, this song is reasonably formulaic in regards to its structure and its arrangement and the sequencing of the different sections, but at the same time, there's little bits, like a little guitar fiddly bit before this next section here, and Wang Feng as a vocalist just fits that acoustic, overdriven rock vibe so well. He's like the dream match for it. I can understand why it was a big hit. It's impressive, dude. It's really impressive. Oh, and do a bum 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 bum. You know, that guitar part there just before you go into the next time of it is just such a great transitional device there. It's like, oh, what's happening? Oh, we're doing it again, but I don't mind because it sounds great. Yep. Let's swing. I vibe with that, Jacob. Oh, solo time. An elegantly voiced solo there that sat above the rhythm, guitar, bass, and drums showed incredible technique, but at the same time was never too much. Had a great character to it. Fantastic change from what we've had melodically so far. Excellent. Excellent work. Yep, got no complaints about this. I think part of what allows him to continue with this reasonably sort of like easy to follow and easy to digest sort of arrangement and the repetition of these sections is that he includes stuff like that guitar solo there, you know? Clever stuff, man. Clever. Again, the drums are just relentless with that eighth note groove there. It just allows Wang Feng to do whatever he wants to do over top of it. I can understand why this would have been beloved. I dig it. I'm kind of zoning out a little bit at this moment, but I think part of it is because I don't understand the story or what's being talked about, you know? I like this kind of music in little bits, you know? Oh, we got that slow rise again? Oh, we're done. I feel like if we tried to do more than that, that would have been the point of no return. I would have been less... We were diminishing returns, I think, if we tried to continue that song beyond that 4-minute mark. We got the hang of it, I think. We got the hang of it. It was nice and easy to listen to. Cool guitar solo in there. Great intro to this album by Wang Feng. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. And who was that by? That was, again, it was by Martin. So thank you very much, Martin, for your wonderful suggestion. Martin Wang. We've got SY Onituni next, if I'm not mistaken. SY Onituni with Easton Chan. So we've got an Easton Chan track today. Oh, thank you, Kisei. I'll just add this here while I remember. Gonna level up with you guys. We don't have a lot longer, but I'm trying to rush through these tracks, okay? We'll do as much as we can. Yeah, we'll have to figure out a way to watch those videos, but I'm not gonna commit to doing them in live streams. It's just such a pain when you constantly have things being interrupted. But yeah, Easton Chan. Alright, let's go. By SY Onutuni. Onutoni. Thanks for this request. Oh. Okay. Kind of reminds me of Feeling Good a little bit, you know? Yeah, 2 painful live stream videos, dude. It is a gorgeous song. I'm enjoying him showing his vocal technique here. I hear some higher parts coming in here. The triplet groove is unusual, but he's finding it easy to follow along to. Are those vocals, or are they another type of instrument? Oh. Okay. I'm not a massive fan of the transition into this chorus from a chord perspective, chord progression perspective, but I can appreciate both sections equally well, and I generally am enjoying my time with this track. Oh, thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that, thank you. good to know. That's good to know, Catfish One. Swan. Oh. Is that a theremin or something like that? He might be using a theremin in this. It's kind of this ethereal, spooky kind of groove to it. Yeah. After the composer learned of the death of a legendary H.I.M singer Leslie Chung. And thank you very much for that donation there. Cheers for that. I appreciate the support there. That'll be the last song we do for the night. It's a very sad song. It does sound like he's mourning it, you know? He sounds like he's having a really sad time, you know? I think the theremin there, or that really kind of high vibrato instrument is yeah. And I'm sorry, hopefully everyone here is having a great day and not having a bad time at work. Hopefully you're able to get some rest and have a good time and chill out, okay? I'm sorry to hear that you're peaking at work. I love how effortlessly he goes into his head voice. The lyrics are about seeking attention for survival. Well, I suppose when you are, like... Because it makes me very sad about what happened to Leslie Chung. Too young. He passed away too young. You know what I mean? Incredible performer. Incredible musician. It does have that sort of theatrical dramatic tonality to it with the overall parts of the arrangement. There's a real desperation and like angst in the voice, you know? It's a very authentic vocal performance. I didn't know that he could sing. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I didn't know he could do that. I didn't know that he could do that with his voice. People were saying that it reflected his ability as a singer. That was wild. That was incredible. Damn. Damn. That agony there is very believable and very authentic. Yeah. Oh man. That's a good point. If we've done a song before, it's tricky because I'm trying not to do the same song twice. However, when someone donates to the channel, I also like, if they're donated to the channel, I want to make sure that, you know, like I show some gratitude for that, you know? It's tricky. Okay, everyone watching this, just while I remember, for anyone watching this, please check the SP fan request live stream, like the Spotify playlist. Please check the SP fan request playlist if you're gonna suggest songs. Because we want to try and constantly listen to new music in these fan requests. So that's why we have the playlist. So I think there is a link for the SP fan request playlist in the description for this live stream. So if you check that Spotify playlist, if you see the song in there that you're wanting to request, it'd be great if we could choose another one, okay? Yeah, but it's okay. I'm glad that he did it in live concert. We will review the track again today just because of the fact that there's been a donation made. But in future, if you're wanting to suggest a track, it'd be great if we could please check the SP fan request playlist on Spotify first, okay? I think that you can access it even if you're not like a Spotify subscriber. So I think anybody can check the playlist, okay? But thank you very much. Just wanted to get that out of the way, okay? I know that we're still kind of figuring things out with these fan requests, but it's all good, okay? What do we got next? But that was by SY Onitoni. Thank you very much for that really awesome request, SY. I really appreciate it. If it's not on the playlist, then we'll just continue with it. It's all good. I can't find in the Spotify playlist. So if the song isn't on the Spotify playlist, then it's probably fine. Okay? I actually make sure to go through the live streams and like save like the songs from that and I add it to the playlist. There's like 100 songs on there, okay? Which is cool. But anyways, we're gonna continue, okay? Thank you to SY for that. We've got RCLM. With him, H.I.M. That is the next one. Oh, yeah, then. Oh. So if I've reviewed the track outside of the fan requests, we can do it in a fan request one. Because often I'll review a song and I'll want to do another review of it because it might have been a weaker one or like an earlier review where the audio production wasn't as good or something, okay? So if it's not on the SP playlist, you guys can suggest it, okay? It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, we got RCLM with Wicked Game by him. Let's go. Let's do it. Wow, that's heavy off the bat, isn't it? That's so heavy with those guitars, drum, bass. It hits like a train. It's really loud. Like, we've listened to other tracks today, and the perceived loudness from this one is pretty intense. Oh, this is a classic, isn't it? I didn't recognize it at first. I got onto him in the mid-2000s, as I've probably talked about before. But I dig it. I'm enjoying my time with this album so far, and this track so far. The guy's vocals are instantly recognizable though, aren't they? Good choice, RC. Good choice. Oh, that guitar line's pretty dope. I'll give that a like.
What a wicked game to play, to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do, to let me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say, you never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do.
Is it a cover? It's a cover. Yeah, he does have deep, sexy vocals, doesn't he? He's a very pretty man. He handles those runs really well, dude. I like how arpeggiating those guitar parts and doing a cool response between the lower and higher vocals here. Smart move. Yeah, Andreas Sal, that's a good point. Okay? If this gets blocked worldwide because of... Now, I am recording this, mind you. I am recording this fan request live stream, so if it gets blocked, we're not totally screwed. Okay? Although I would prefer for it not to get shut down, but just in case, yeah. If this gets blocked worldwide because of him, we're probably not going to be able to listen to him in future live streams, okay? Does that make sense? Cool. That's a good point, Andreas. Thank you very much for bringing that up. Yeah, for whatever reason, the record label that are behind him or His Infernal Majesty are fucking assholes. And we haven't spoken about it just because the first one was more of a test live stream anyways, but wow. H.I.M, they are just super paranoid about their material being played in other places, and I don't know what the hell the problem is because... Yeah, I got angry about this. I'm not getting angry about it today, but yeah. If this gets blocked worldwide again, we're not listening to him in live streams. They are banned. Okay? They are banned from live streams. We'll just see. We'll just find out, dude. And continuing with that guitar riff there, the vocals fading out, the drums and the bass, this is cool. The song slaps though, dude. Cool, that was fun though. Just before we continue, hang on. Yeah, that falsetto was gorgeous, eh? So, we're on to our last 4 songs for the night. I'm gonna pin the message up here. So, just before we get into it, basically, if anybody here, because I'm still getting people trying to go and ask for fan requests via Fiverr, okay? Just to clarify for everyone watching, I'm not doing the fan requests via Fiverr. Okay? I know that people want me to review music or make videos for them. If you want me to make custom monthly music reviews for you, what you can do is go on to Firefox and you can Google patreon.com/spiderhandspnz. And if you're looking for fan requests or stuff, you can go to my Patreon and you can just sign up and you can get a fan request video once per month of whatever song you want. And the cool thing about that is you can have music videos if you want, because it won't be a live stream. So if you're keen to get one custom monthly music review per month from me, you're more than welcome to sign up to the Patreon. A few people have joined it recently, like, we got Jacob and Andres and Yumrin and people like that. It's been great fun. Hama Hawabo as well joined as well. So yeah, feel free to come in and we'll review some of the music you like. But back to the live stream here. There's a potential that we may not get through all the songs tonight, but we'll get through the next 4. And I just want to thank everyone before we do these last 4 for coming in for the live stream, okay? Thank you very much for coming in and showing us your awesome music. It's good vibes, okay? But let's go. We got Don't Mind Me. Please add something by something to the review. Here. We got this here. I believe this is the track from Don't Mind Me. Thank you, Don't Mind Me, for this request. Let us continue. It's nice to be able to play this this person's song. Oh, thank you, JJ. You're welcome, dude. I like the fragility and vulnerability in her voice, dude. It's killer, man. Oh, dude, she's a gorgeous singer, isn't she? Like, the coloration of her vocals and amongst this piano, it's dope. Woo! Okay. Dude, that just elevated instantly, dude. That power behind that, that expression, that emotional intensity there. Well done. Lovely vocal fry there. What a change. I agree. That tension is gorgeous there. I love it. And just how she drops down to this more sort of like low simmery part. Oh my goodness, it's like cocaine, dude. I think. Oh my goodness. Jacob, I got a surprise for you, dude. I think you might be pleasantly surprised. It was less of an intense shift that time, but it's because we already had the second verse kind of elevated before that. Oh, dude. Really nice vocals. Dude, like, honestly, like, if I had a singer where I live that could sing like this, I would be like, yo, come into the studio, we're gonna record some tracks. She's smashing it, dude. Really talented. Good choice, Don't Mind Me. Good choice. Thank you for your request. I don't even, like, she's repeating parts of it, but it's just so fresh sounding that I don't even mind the repetition. There is just something there that's golden and crisp and really, how do I... It's because of all this change in the instrumental section, like the drums doing those triplet fills and stuff. It's just, it's not, it's really interesting. Really interesting, dude. Fuck me. Did you guys hear that? How did she manage that, dude? How did she do that? How did she do that? How did she do that? If you're not like, if you're in that genre of music and you aren't producing at that level, if you're not putting stuff out at that level, have fun with it, but it just ain't the same. That was, no joke, something I would listen to outside of these like live streams. I can't even believe the time we had with that. That was not just like a roller coaster for just one part. The entire experience was just so engaging and intense. And I don't get those experiences often. Don't Mind Me has been someone coming to these live streams who has been coming in as early as they can, but I'm really glad that Don't Mind Me came in to suggest this. Thank you. Thank you so much for being patient with these fan requests and for coming in and suggesting your song when you did. This was I'm really glad and I feel incredibly lucky to have had this experience to listen to this amazing musician. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, definitely. There have been a lot of fantastic songs tonight. It's just next level stuff, you know, like there's so much. And Andreas' song as well. Like I can't even I don't even know what else to say about it. We know. But yeah, that was from Don't Mind Me. We got Terry Ping now. We've got David Tower for the first time tonight. So that's fun. We haven't actually had David Tower tonight, I don't think. So that's cool. Let's go. David Tower. From Terry Ping.
我想问你相不相信这个世界上有一个看不见的空间
Well, that synth, that bass sequence was kind of dope, isn't it? Fresh sounding melody there. Oh. It's pretty fire, actually. Yeah, Cindy, yours is Yours is actually after Jacob's. Sexy smoking vocals, absolutely, dude. Andreas, I'd say it's definitely up there for me, eh? Pretty solid live stream, I think. The quarter note groove is just scintillating. It's hypnotic, dude. Ah, awesome. I love that we're going between the disco vibe to the rock. I think that it's such good use of dynamics to go from that really kind of low, quiet section with the interestingly panned vocal parts coming in and out, to just the guitars and bass, everything kind of coming at you at the same time. Terry Ping, what a hell of an intro. That's awesome, dude. I'm digging it. Yeah, you middle kind of vibe to it. I like that bay. You don't. I know that we've heard it a few times, but I'm still not expecting him to suddenly change and go up like that at the end of them. Great combination of different elements here. And back to the disco vibes, dude. Yeah, sorry Wabox, man. I think we're pretty much booked up for the rest of the night. Yeah, sorry man. We're pretty much booked up, I think. We've got 2 more tracks to go and that's it. If someone was like, yo, can you combine disco with like the new rock metal kind of stuff coming in from the early 2000s with like Red Hot Chili Peppers, like rock rap, I'd be like, how? I couldn't even imagine it. But David Tao has managed to glue these different bits together and make something that's totally original. And I adore it to pieces, man. I'm really proud of David Tao for this. Great tone of those instruments as well. Excellent. Sensational. David Tao with an absolute banger there, man. David Tao doesn't disappoint me. I mean, even with, I think it was like I'm Okay or something like that, even though I didn't entirely understand that, with the live performance, it made more sense. I'm thankful for David Tao for making the music that he has. I like that he took these risks. I think that they paid off, and that was a fantastic... It's okay, don't mind me. You take care. Have a great time. Thank you to Terry Ping for that suggestion though. Great request. Thoroughly appreciated that by David Tao. It was nice to have David Tao on this live stream because we haven't had him yet, you know? He's usually a staple for it, but I think potentially because we did an album review, we've got a lot of those songs covered, you know? But anyways, got the last, second to last track for the night from Jacob. Jacob, you got me. No, that's the wrong one, isn't it? We want to put it into this one. We've got 2 tracks to go. Radiohead, It's a Song for a Film. Let's go. Thank you, Jacob. Jacob Good. Yeah, no, like I didn't give Jacob special treatment. It's just that his song was the last for tonight. Don't worry. It's a sad song. Jacob. Oh, whoa.
From your sleep, the drying of your tears today.
It's a very sad song, Jacob.
We escape. We escape.
I have heard this song before and I enjoy it and appreciate it. I like the major tone change in the in part, how it goes back to the minor.
And get dressed before your father hears us before all hell breaks loose. Keep breathing. Don't lose your nerve. Breathe. Keep breathing. I can't do this alone. Sing us a song to keep us warm. There's such a chill, such a chill. Let you choke. Let you choke. We all let you choke. Let you choke.
Yeah, that was a surreal experience. Romeo and Juliet's dying words and the imagination of Radiohead. It does sound like a sad song. I don't know why I'm not feeling sad after listening to this. I think when you get to a certain point as a music reviewer, you sort of end up compartmentalizing some of the things that would sort of situationally make you feel sad because you want to pay attention to the intricacies of the experience that you're having. I think I was listening to the story as I went along, and I appreciated incredibly the music production, this panning of the different instruments, the tones of them, the the performance was reasonably minimalist, but a lot of it was the emotion and the kind of the drama that it carried. I think that it's a really well written song, and there was some interesting sort of rhythmic and signature changes there, maybe some meter changes in there, and I think that the vocal performance was splendid. You know, we hope you choke, that you choke, is Romeo and Juliet's dying words in Imagination, Radiohead. Yeah, I think it's a great song. I don't know why I didn't feel sad after listening to it. I suppose it's just because I didn't necessarily grow up listening to Radiohead. To be brutally honest with you, I know like nothing about Radiohead. And people have like been really grumpy at me because of that. Like, I've literally had people in the middle of interviews I've done being like, why don't you listen to Radiohead? Radiohead's amazing. Why don't you know them? And it's just wild to me, dude. I think maybe I need to listen to some Radiohead. Should I listen to Radiohead? I don't know, man. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, I'm gonna have to learn more about Radiohead, I think. I think I'll have to learn more about Radiohead. But that was a great choice, Jacob. Thank you very much for that. It was a good song. I can appreciate it from a musical perspective and a thematic perspective. I'm happy with it. We've got one more track today, and then we're finished. We're finished for the night. Got this track here by Zhang Yusheng. Right. This is someone that I want to review. I want to do an album review or a top 5 of this person. I'm looking forward to doing it, okay? But we're going to go listen through this final track from start till finish and hear what we think, okay? Zhang Yusheng. Let's go. We have definitely reviewed this. It's a banger. I know it's a banger. Yep. When I heard the story of Zhang Yusheng, I was very sad. Way too young, dude. Too young. Yeah, I would have cried in this one. It's just such a beautiful song, you know? Like, it's such a beautiful, intense experience here. It's just, there's something about it that's so masterful. It's so bittersweet because you get to appreciate his art, but you know there will never be any more of it. Just listen to how he's layering his vocals with the piano and the strings. That's really hard to do. From a production, from an arrangement perspective, it's like unbelievably... It's just so good. So good. Development. Lovely vibrato. Accident is the worst. Because you know they had no control over it. It just sucks, dude. Sucks, man. So sad. It's not fair, man. It's not fair, dude. You can be damn sure there's going to be a top 5 of this guy in future. Absolutely. Listen to those strings there. No bad songs, no. By the way, we're listening to the whole 6 minutes of this one because I want to, okay? It's the last track. It's not because of a donation or anything. I just have a very special connection with the song. And I want to hear it in its entirety. It's a journey, you know? I want to hear this from start to finish. Close your eyes and listen to it. That lift. Holy shit, that's probably like... Oh, that easily Zhang Yusheng is one of my favorite artists that I've reviewed throughout these sessions, you know? As someone who is a multi-instrumentalist myself, I could only dream of having like 1/10 of the talent of that wonderful human being. Rest in peace. 25 years, man. 25 years, dude. Thank you very much for that suggestion. I'm really glad that we got the chance to review that. Thank you so much. Yeah, all these musicians die too young, dude. We just gotta take care of the people best we can, you know? I don't want this to be a sad ending to the live stream. Yeah. You know, the first time I listened to his music, it was just, I never heard much like it. And it's just, oh, there's just something different about it. It just hits different, you know? And you're totally welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who came along to this SP Fan Request live stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go and check out all the amazing artists, bands, and musicians that are featured in this session today. I will make sure to add these musicians and their songs to the playlist. We are going to do a top 5 of Zhang and Yusheng at some point soon. I am very interested in it. Hopefully you guys have a great week. By the time you come back next week, I'll probably have a new vocal mic because the SM7B, thank you to everyone who supported me via Ko-fi, by the way. The SM7B vocal mic will be here midweek, I think. So I'm looking forward to sounding slightly more professional through the microphone. Please do rewatch the live stream. I'll make sure to try and add subtitles to this live stream as well. The Mayday live stream that we did yesterday, the top 5 now has auto captions, so hopefully that'll help people to be able to watch that. I'm in Christchurch. I'm not going to say more than that, but I'm in Christchurch. And you're welcome, RC. You're absolutely welcome, Leon Chen. I'll catch you all next fan request live stream, next video. Stay cool and stay safe, and please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on. And yeah, stay awesome. Spiderhands out. Thank you so much. I love these live streams, dude. Honestly, they're like the highlight of my week. I really enjoy hanging out with people and listening to cool tunes. It's fantastic, dude. So many bangers. All right. Bye-bye.